the talk in our institute, and the talk is going to be about Oceania. Okay. And the problem here is that in the Institute of European American Studies, I mean, Rob is a friend of all of us, so we are all welcoming him. But the problem is the Oceania. How do we fit Oceania into the European American Studies? And I mean, I guess we could just throw in any talk, which is probably not a matter, with the leniency and tolerance and guidance of the two directors. But then again, the other colleagues might have some kind of suspicion in terms of what the heck are you doing by having someone talking about Oceania? So the immediate thing I could think of, and which is a very important real connection that we have, is again the Fatima question, which is not merely about U.S.-Japan struggle over the base relocation, but it has a lot to do with the rotation of military. So part of the soldiers that will be rotated out of Fatima would actually be relocated in Guam. And if you read Asahi Shimbun over the last month or so, you actually notice this one little news, which is about this tiny island called Timor in Micronesia, which probably plans that we welcome the U.S. military. If Timor doesn't want it, if Okinawa doesn't want it, we want it, right? And if you know the history of Timor was actually the place where the U.S. bombers were taking off to drop the atomic bomb on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So, so with that, I think it's about time for me to wrap it up. So I'll just wrap it up really simply. The sense of connectedness, right? And the importance of thinking about kind of geographical over-determinism that Ethan really nicely brought up. And what, Asian American studies, whether we like the term or not, I mean, we really don't need it as a term, in terms of what kind of work we do. But I guess we also really need it to make sure that you won't get fired, for example, in this department. Again, I'm not. I'm sorry. It's pre-dinner time. I'm either drunk or hungry. So anyway, I want to end here by saying that there's a sense of connectedness. That's in the project as well as in the energy of the room. And I want to thank you all, first of all, for coming and participating in this workshop, and primarily, to all the presenters and Roundtable panelists for giving us so many wonderful papers to think about. I'm sure we're gonna, sit before the computer real soon, and hopefully we're gonna all write out something. But again, if you think this is a success, and I will say this event is impossible without our wonderful staff. And as you all know, attention to them. Miranda Strono, who's been charging all of this, and Shirley Lai, Yi-Xin, who's also in charge of this. I mean, I rely on these two. Yeah, please. I'm really responsible for organizing because I was away from office for 2 months, and they were the guys who were actually sitting behind the computers entering their emails. So really think that, and of course we can go without thanking the other administrators like Jali and Minli, I don't know if they're here, who are our finance assistants, and Shufang who organize the food. So if you like the food, you should thank Shufang for working over it. I just stay here just shy. And also Tanhua Yu, who will do the paperwork. And also their general staff like Pan-Qing, who is the one bringing all the food and get things organized. Qi-Jiang and Tan-Bing, Xiaoyang, Ning-Sen, and Yan Da, they all are working with us. Of course, the other secretaries, including our wonderful and very important person sitting in front here, raising the plate.王人员佳琪、智慧、清音、新闻、学美、可华、桂凤、米芳、丽美、博人、文琪、义军、银之， and of course, for those of us who are in humanities, we're usually pretty bad with technology. So we also thank Wen Guang and Hou Jia and Jia Bei to help with the technical assistance. So all of that, of course, I cannot go without thanking the current director, who is also actually going to have the actual closing remarks. And before that, I'll just say for international participants and the whole program, people who are on the program, we are going to dinner tonight, and the bus will leave at 6:30. So we should run out real soon. But we'll meet you guys up. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I will be very, very brief. Thank you very much for speaking with us in this rainy Saturday afternoon. I would like to thank your own participation and exchanges of ideas, especially our friends from abroad. Actually, our conferences we have here with different subjects. For instance, this year we have conferences on sociology, EU, European Union, and other subjects. So altogether, we might have 10 conferences mentioned in our institute with different subjects. And we are very happy that this international workshop offers an established levels for future development. On the other hand, I would like to thank colleagues in our institute, but Andy has done my job, so I would just thank him. Actually, Andy is the math head behind all this, and the Director Lee, Yu-cheng, and I, as former and current therapists, and also as former teachers, have been very careful not to interfere. So what we have been doing is just helping with all the institutional support available. But I don't know if it is, on the one hand, so reliable, on the other hand, so treacherous. But I think that's what young people can do. So I would like to wish all of you good health, and our foreign friends, the present and the fruitful stay here in Taiwan, and a safe trip home. And please